I often find that serial monogamists and/or people that have been in relationships from a very young age tend to have an underdeveloped sense of self, leading to a general sense of insecurity in their capability and identity as an individual. Of course, Peter is uncomfortable with Sydney getting to know him. He's still figuring out who that is. What brings Peter out of this initial place of hesitancy is the fact that Sydney asks Peter questions that he hasn't thought yet to ask himself, ranging from simple things like what are your passions and interests, i.e. their shared love of music, specifically Rush. Questions like why does he want to marry Zoe, a question he's never really thought about, so he doesn't have an answer. He just knows that he loves her. Is irreverent. But it does highlight that need for different relationships and the different uses they play in your life. Sydney is the catalyst for Peter's self-actualization. He allows Peter to be himself, question himself, and voice things he's never voiced with anyone else, such as his intimacy issues with Zoe. And that's healthy, by the way. It is healthy to have people in your life with whom you can vent small frustrations about your partner with. To put it in another light, if your sibling pisses you off, you can tell your friend or your other sibling. That person doesn't stop being your sibling. You don't love them any less. You vent your frustrations in a very clear way to someone who understands, and you move on. The problem is when a lot of people vent frustrations with their partners to their friends, they become very intense about it, when in reality, that shouldn't be the case. Frustration is normal. And the hallmark of a truly great friendship is someone who can hear these gripes that you have with your partner and also still respect and cherish your partner as a valued part of your life. Case in point. And then comes the engagement dinner, where it all sort of comes to a head, where Sydney finally meets the rest of Peter's life. And it's cringy as hell. See, here's the thing, right, with being totally honest and candid like that, is you're gonna risk people not liking you. And Sydney almost rocks the boat too much. Yeah, it's rough and it's cringy and it's exposing, but the thing is, it actually weirdly helps Peter and Zoe's relationship. He highlights something here that Peter is lacking in. Peter is passive.